The village of Elderglen lay nestled in the misty embrace of ancient forests, where the air was thick with the scent of pine and moss, carrying whispers of bygone tales. It was a place where folklore seemed to breathe alongside the living, and the night cloaked the world in a blanket of shadow and fear. On this night, as clouds knitted themselves tightly across the moon, casting an ominous gloom below, young Thomas found himself wandering far from the safety of his home. He was drawn towards the edge of the forest, where the trees stood like sentinels, guarding the secrets within. Unbeknownst to Thomas, an old witch named Morgana had her eye set on him. Her castle, a fortress of shadow and stone, lurked deep within the forest. It was a place fraught with troubled spirits that echoed with torment and despair. The castle's walls whispered secrets that none dared to uncover, for it was said those who entered never returned. Morgana was known across the lands for her cunning and dark arts. Her presence was felt in the chill that crept through Elderglen during twilight, and the shadows seemed to dance at her command. She was the architect of nightmares, weaving spells that could ensnare the innocent souls she sought. Thomas, propelled by youthful curiosity, stepped into the threshold of the forest, oblivious to the witch's enchantments woven into every rustling leaf and swaying branch. As he ventured deeper, the usual melody of the night shifted, the cricket's song grew distant, replaced by a haunting silence that pressed against his ears. A gust of wind swept through, carrying the smell of damp earth and decay. The darkness grew palpable, curling around Thomas like tendrils. The boy shivered, gathered the resolve to turn back, yet felt an invisible hand pull at him. A soft voice, ancient and soothing, whispered through the foliage, "Come, child, to a place where dreams are real." The voice was Morgana's, tempting yet filled with quiet malice. Thomas hesitated, heart pounding, as the forest path ahead split into two, one well-trodden, the other leading into shadows deeper still. Before he could choose, the witch emerged from behind the trees. Her appearance was as cryptic as her voice, an ageless visage wrapped in faded robes, eyes that glowed with an unnatural light. "Do not fear," she crooned. "I have come to offer you a home most grand." The temptation of her words wrapped around him, urging him toward the darker path. Morgana gestured, and the shadows at the edges of his sight seemed to tighten like a noose. Thomas felt a prickling fear, a sense that once he stepped further, everything he knew would fall to ruin. But childlike wonder, fed by the promise of magic and mystery, urged him forward. Suddenly, the spirits of Morgana's castle, sad, mournful apparitions, whispered warnings, unseen yet felt in the tingling air. They spoke of freedom, of choices still unmade. In a moment of clarity, Thomas made his decision. "I don't want to go," he defied, voice trembling yet resolute. Morgana's eyes flashed, and the ambience of the forest seemed to shudder with displeasure. Slowly, she began to retreat, her magic unraveling like smoke. "Very well, child," she hissed, a sinister smile unfurling across her lips. "Tonight you escape fate, but remember, they always return."